Good morning, class. Let's go ahead and get started with collision detection. This is where some of you have been asking for some of this stuff. Now we're going to be able to make our sprites interact with one another. So we're really getting into the point where you can really start building some cool programs. Okay, for our warm-up, we're going to watch this interaction real quick, okay? So I'm just going to click on it. It's going to open up code.org, and I'm going to run this. Dinner time. So we watch. Robot brings the bunny dinner. Okay, when the bunny reaches the bowl, they both stop, walk around the bowl empties itself. So let's watch this one more time. Boom. They stop when they meet each other. That bowl, did you notice the bowl, the food in there disappears? Boom, gone. All right, so back in here. So we just watched this little interaction. Now I want you to think about, I know I'm not here for us to go through this discussion, but I want you guys to kind of discuss this by yourself, I guess, or a partner sitting next to you, not across the room. So an interesting aspect of this animation is that the sprites change when they touch each other. Can you think of any way that the computer could use the sprites' properties to figure out whether they are touching each other? Is there anything you could do, any code you could make to make that interaction happen? I think you probably could. It's going to take a little bit of effort, but think about it. What could you do? While you're thinking on that, I'm going to go ahead and talk about our objectives for today. You will be able to detect when sprites are touching or overlapping and change the program in response to that. You'll also describe how interactions help to manage the complexity of code. Okay, so those abstractions, remember we just did an abstraction with the velocity. Really, that velocity code is just the counter pattern, right? Now we're going to get some more abstractions that are going to help us out. So, another question of the day, how can programming help make complicated problems more simple? Our activity. We're not going to do this activity together, okay? We're going to skip that one. And skip that one. All right, we're going to jump straight on to code.org, and I'm going to jump out of here. This first one, it says, look at how the computer uses math to figure out whether the sprites are touching. And I'm going to jump in there and show you guys this because it's crazy. All right, so when we look here, this is crazy. In fact, I got to move this up. Here is the math that checks whether they're touching. And I'm going to go to show text so you can see it all, because if you look, it goes way over here. So, and even with text, it's really hard to see. But you can see in here, we got these parentheses. You got dinner.x is greater than dinner, or bunny.x is greater than dinner.x, and bunny.x is less than, or subtract dinner.x is less than bunny.width divided by 2 plus dinner.width divided by 2. Bunny.x is, so then we go over here, and this is an OR statement, okay? You see these two lines, that means OR. Bunny.x is less than dinner.x, and bunny.x minus dinner.x is greater than negative, because we would distribute that through, bunny.x divided by 2 plus dinner.width divided by 2. That block of code right there is what the computer, or what you would have to do to program the computer to be able to detect that. Well, we're not going to make you do that, okay? You're not going to have to do that. It's already been programmed for you. So you're going to work through levels 4 through 6, and you're going to see that. Then on level 7, you're going to do both levels. Okay, we're going to have the bunny. This one's kind of fun. This one here, you're looking, remember those colliders? We're looking at the colliders. We've got circles and we've got squares. So you're going to look at how that affects the collisions. You're going to do your assessment level, and I want you to look at the challenge level, okay? We can actually change the area that we use for that detection. You see that green box around there? That's what's detecting where things are colliding. So we can change that. And then you have a little ghost game that you get to build. And then be sure to go in and do your wrap up, okay? So got to do that on your journal or in your journal. All right, I'm going to jump in. Level 4, here we go. We'll go back to block so you can see it, okay? Is touching, you're just going to use an is touching block. And you're going to make that happen. And you can see, I said if Bunny is touching dinner, or if it's touching the dinner, right? The robot and the dinner bowl actually move at the same velocity and stop. But you can see Bunny, dinner, robot, they all, when they touch, velocity goes to 0. And then you can see, like I said, our velocities go to 0. And then our animation changes. So the way they make that happen, we got this bowl and we got that bowl, right? So we got the two bowls, one that's got stew in it, one that does not have stew in it. And when they change, we start with, where's bowl? Oh, it's called dinner. It starts with the animation of stew in it. And then down here, that animation just changes to bowl. Nice and easy. You guys got that. Then we move on to applesauce. When the apple touches the blender, it starts shaking, okay? So you're going to do is touching. You're going to make sure you drop your code in there for the blender. So when that apple touches, blender starts shaking, turns it on. The way it shakes. All right, debugging collisions. Now, on this one, do you see how, watch where the balloon pops. As soon as that tack touches that green box, it pops. So you're going to go in and figure out, you're going to put these blocks, these boxes around there to fix that, or so you can see when it happens. Later on, we will fix that problem. Then you got the bunny, okay? I want you to do both. Do your assessment, okay? The rainbow will turn into, or the horse will turn into a rainbow. Let's try that again. When the rainbow touches the horse, it will turn into a unicorn. Now remember, it's going to be a lot like that bowl of stew. I don't need to go and create a variable called horse. Okay? I've got a variable called horse, and it looks like a horse right now. When the rainbow touches, my horse should look like a unicorn. Okay? Don't add another. Don't create another variable. Just change what this one looks like. And then again, you'll jump in and try these if time permits. All right. Have fun. Okay. Do well.